Howdy Tinker Nerds, this is the comment show for how to revive an old iPod. The same video that I attempted last month, failed at it, pleaded for help, received help, then took a break to revamp my website, and finally posted last week. Wow, that took a really long time. Alright, let's look at the comments. I still use a mini disc player to listen to music. Old tech can be better than the new stuff. Oh man, I remember the mini disc player. I used to have one. It was like jogging with a record player strapped to your arm. Good times. So what was the problem in your earlier video? It seems like you did the same steps, but this time it worked. The problem that I was having back in December was that I couldn't get the hard drive or the compact flash card to recognize. I had replaced almost every single part in the iPod, but the one thing I didn't replace was this little hard drive ribbon cable. Once I ordered a new one and replaced it, Bob's your uncle, it worked. Rockbox is dual boot. If you reboot the iPod, the moment you see the Apple logo, you need to set the lock switch on top to the locked position. Now it will boot to the Apple iPod OS. That's a very good tip that I forgot to mention. If you can't decide if you like Rockbox or the iPod interface, just run them both. This is very important because these days the technology is updated very fast and there's just no money to buy it. Reusing old stuff is very cool. I totally agree with that comment. It's getting to the point where a lot of people, instead of buying new technology, they're just hacking and reusing the old technology that they currently have. This movement even has its own name. It's called upcycling. If you're curious about it, Google it and get involved. It's pretty nerdy. How you get Windows 7 on Galaxy Tab? This was the most popular comment that I had for this video. So here's how I did it. I took some footage of my Galaxy Note 8 and motion tracked it into After Effects. Then I took a screen recording of the iTunes setup and linked that to the motion tracking data so that it moves in sync with the tablet. I know I cheated, but the purpose was intended to help visualize what was going on in the project. But in reality, Android does have a remote desktop app that allows you to connect to Windows computers and remotely control them using a tablet. Guys, thanks very much for all the comments. Now before I sign off, I have a really big announcement. I'm going to start accepting donations via Patreon. For those of you that don't know, Patreon is a crowdfunding platform for YouTubers. It allows you all to pledge a certain amount per month to help support this channel and keep these tutorials coming. So please, if you feel that these tutorials give you any value at all I ask is that you exchange value for value. And by helping me, you'll gain behind the scenes access and sneak peeks to my next tutorials. So please check it out here, and thanks very much for your support. See you guys next week.